The cohesion between government agencies is not there. So somebody should be there overseeing all these government agencies. And if they're not working and accountable for what they're doing, they shouldn't be there. I'm sorry. NWA does the road, NWC come and dig it up. I mean, how long and how many years have that been going on?
Are you suggesting that in the morning when the NWC people go into work, they put on their clothes and they stretch and they say, well, which road should I go and dig up today?
President of the Negril Chamber of Commerce, Elaine has raised concerns about the lack of coordination between government agencies, particularly the National Water Commission, the NWC, and the National Works Agency, the NWA. Bradley pointed to the recurring issue of newly rehabilitated roads being dug up to repair water mains, a problem which has long frustrated residents and even members of parliament. Her comments come against the backdrop of the dilapidated state of the roadway in Lucea, a major thoroughfare that vehicles must traverse to reach the resort town of Negril. In an interview with Negril Times, Elaine expressed her frustration with what she described as a siloed approach by key government agencies. Mrs. Bradley says better communication between these agencies is critical to avoid wasting taxpayers' dollars and to ensure more efficient use of public resources. Here's more on her concerns.
The Christmas season is coming up, so that's even going to be worse. So they've done the two-way system in Negril, in Lucea town, and they said it worked well. I don't know how it's working right now. So what I think what the destination assurance needs to do is get onto the parish council, the Hanover Parish Council. They will say it's NWA, but the team has to work together. This is one of the things I said in one of our meetings, that all the agencies, everything they do overlaps and they do not communicate. So that's a waste of resource, because if you are doing something that I am supposed to be doing, I do a little, you do a little. Where is the sense in that? We get together and we do a plan and we make sure that we don't overlap each other's work. That will save money. So all the agencies, what they're doing is covering their own corner. And they sit in their corner, get what they need to get, and then go over what something else is done. That doesn't make sense. So strategically, they need to work together. And that's what I think. I mean, the cohesion between government agencies is not there. So they need to work more cohesively together for the benefit of the people. And we can't have that happening. So all I can say is that we need a more cohesive government department so that they work together. And I think any ruling party should insist on that they do not duplicate things. And that's what happens. For example, one big example which everybody knows, NWA does the road, NWC come and dig it up. I mean, how long and how many years have that been going on? And what has happened? Anything has changed? It's happening the same way. Who is making these people accountable? Is it up to us as voters or up to us as taxpayers? It's up to the bodies that put them in charge. And I think that's what should happen.
The issue has also been a point of concern at the national level. In October 2023, members of the Public Accounts Committee discussed this very problem while reviewing the Auditor General's report on the National Works Agency's management of the main road network. During the session, parliamentarians shared their frustration about the lack of coordination between the NWC and NWA. Member of Parliament Lucian Cousins had taken NWA CEO E.G. Hunter to task, pointing out that there was a lack of communication between the NWC and NWA, despite both agencies signing of a memorandum of understanding back in 2018 to improve collaboration between the two agencies, particularly on the repaving of roads dug up by the NWC.
Interestingly and ironically, you were in charge of the National Water Commission at some point. And the issues as it relates to roads and the construction of roads, and all MPs can speak to it. Many times we fix a road, we turn it back, NWC come and dig it up. So the common complaint has always been that the NWC and the NWA right, don't seem to be communicating. But in recent times, since you took over the NWA, there was a memorandum. I am aware of an MOU between yourself and the NWC as it relates to them patching roads or repairing roads that they would have disrupted.
May I answer your question?
So you can answer, I have a lot of questions. You can answer the first set of questions and I'll get to the other.
Let me answer your question, Mr. Cousins. The advent of NWA fixing a road and NWC going back to dig it up is legendary. Yeah. And I always say to people, are you suggesting that in the morning when the NWC people go to work, they put on their clothes and they stretch and they say, well, which road should I go and dig up today? No, it doesn't quite work that way. There is a rational, there is a logical, causative reason why it happens. And Mr. Cousins, it happens because most of the water infrastructure underground is old and fragile.
So somebody should be there overseeing all these government agencies, and if they're not working and accountable for what they're doing, they shouldn't be there. I'm sorry.
With the roadways in Lucea in dire need of repair and residents of Negril growing increasingly frustrated, Elaine Bradley's call for better coordination adds urgency to this long-standing issue. It remains to be seen whether the NWC and NWA will finally align their efforts. Stay tuned to Negril Times for updates on this and other pressing local matters.